I'm going to say this to you right now, bro. This advice I'm about to give you will 100% be labeled as like toxic, right? But if that's what it comes down to, it is what it is. I want you to think of me as the most toxically masculine young man that you're getting advice from. Because understand this, all of us have been force-fed this understanding of the world from either our family, friends, social media, school, university, people online that just aren't about it, right? And your mind's been riddled with just all these things. And majority of people that you're getting all this advice from just aren't living lives that you want to live, but you take on board what they say because the advice is in front of you, which leaves you kind of stagnant. I'll tell you this. The advice that you've probably heard and that you've instilled in your life is utter nonsense. It's nonsense. It doesn't work. And we're going to talk about things that you're going to have to kind of flip the switch on that more than likely you've heard that you should prioritize, but it's wrong. It's utter wrong. See, look, there are so many things out there, but I've labeled it down to 3 because I think that this is what it truly is when you've got to be a man that gets to where he needs to get and you've got to understand how you get there. Seriously, because I'll say this, the one thing that will not work out for you is this, a work-life balance. And so many people talk about this, right? In a sense that this is what you need to prioritize. I'll say this. Let's say if your life was completely built, you had everything kind of going for you, then yeah, some work-life balance, sure. But let's say you're exactly where you're at right now. You're not the man that you want to be. Why the fuck are you trying to have a work-life balance when you're not where you need to be? See, I completely understand the importance of a routine, some structure, but get this, bro. Most of us aren't prioritizing the right things. So let's say, right, we all have a main goal that we want to achieve out of our lives, whatever it is, right? And let's say that you've got 100% focus that you can give, right? Because that's you. You can only give something 100%, but we split our focus. So let's say, right, our main goal. Let's say that this main goal is probably getting what? Let's say 10-15%. And then we've got video games. That's getting what? That's getting 20%. We've got uni. That's getting another 10%. We've got friends. That's getting 10%. That we've got, a relationship. That's getting 10%. We've got relaxing. That's getting 10%. Like, I don't know what all those numbers came out to, but I was just kind of speaking from my mind. But you get what I'm trying to say. Well, you've got this main goal, but everything else, right, is getting all your focus. I'll say this blatantly to you right now. You're not going to get to where you need to get if your focus is split. And if you are not where you need to be in your life, or you're not where you want to be at, then you got to understand that all of these things, right? All of these things almost need to disappear. And your main focus has to be your main focus. And this is something that we're starting to lack right now. Is that we give our main focus, 10, 15, 20%. Sometimes we give it a little bit more. But your main goal, your main focus has to be given 100%. Right? And then you're probably saying, oh, well, what about school? What about uni? What about friends? What about relationships? What about this and that? Well, what's more important? Honestly, right? What's more important? Is your main goal, your purpose, your mission in life more important than some video games, wasting time with some dumbass friends, doing all these things that you're doing? Because majority of you boys, right, you're not even doing what you should be doing, like going to the gym, prioritizing your main goal, doing what you're supposed to do to level yourself up. You're prioritizing the wrong shit anyway. And that's how you get in your work-life balance. Okay, I'll say this. You give a man complete focus on his goal. He's completely ruthless in what he sets his life and the standards that he has. Main goal, that's it. No relationship for a bit, no dumbass friends, no video games, no wasting time, not disorientating from or not diversing from his main goal. His mission, just staying completely focused, dialed in. You know what? That guy, give him 5 years. He'll get there. Absolutely. But let's split the attention up again, right? Let's split the focus up to all these different things. I promise you this, gone. Finish. The main goal disappears, and then one day you wake up and you think, at least I got some nights out with the boys. At least I was in a short-term situationship with this girl. At least I got some, some good uni results, but I didn't even finish my degree. Like, just all this shit that doesn't make sense. If you want to make your life the best it can be, you need to have one main goal, one main focus, and just run with that. Don't take your eye off the ball. Laser focus, tunnel vision. And that is what will give you that life, right? And you're going to have to sacrifice some things. There is a lot of you boys out there that aren't willing to sacrifice. You're not willing to sacrifice your friends. You're not willing to sacrifice playing games. You're not willing sacrificing being a bum for your goal and being the man that you want to be. Well, I'll say this directly to you. Give up on your dreams then. Just admit that you don't want those things and go live your work-life balance life with hanging out with your friends and this and that. But just don't complain that you aren't where you want to be at in 10, 15, 20 years time when you had the split focus. Your goal maybe got some percentage of focus, maybe 10, 15%, but it wasn't enough. And that's what it comes down to. If you want something, it has to be completely all. Everything else right now isn't important. Get your life to where you need to get it to, then worry about, everything else. Everything else, right, as a man, must be dialed in completely. Yeah, if your main goal is to start a business, sure, you focus primarily on that. But it doesn't mean that you neglect your body. It doesn't mean that you neglect your mind. It doesn't mean that you keep learning. It doesn't mean that you stop learning. It just means you keep winning. And it means that you keep adding all these building blocks that make you a better, stronger man, a businessman, whatever it is that you want to do. So understand that work-life balance is bullshit. You want something, go with it. Go at it at 100% effort, or just don't go at it at all. Because you will never get to where you need to get. Honestly. The second thing is your feelings. I'll say this to you right now. We're living in a time right now where feelings have more emphasis than anything in men. Open up about your feelings. Let's go back, right? 10 years. Let's go back to your childhood trauma. Let's go back to something that truly happened. I'm not saying that those things didn't hurt you and whatever you went through growing up wasn't eventful and painful. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that the past is the past. What you've got to understand is right now is right now. And if you keep placing emphasis on how you feel, you're never going to get anything done. What happened 10 years ago is irrelevant. What's going to happen in the future is somewhat irrelevant too, right? All you've got is right now. Now, right? So what I want you to understand is your feelings should not place any bearing on what you do. You feel a little bit angry. You feel a little depressed. You feel a little bit anxious. You feel like you're not getting to where you need to get, and that's demotivating you. Well, you know what? You stay the course. And this is so important for you to understand. You stay the course. Regardless of how you feel, you get up every single day and you do what you're supposed to do to make the main goal come to fruition, come to life. It's the honest truth, right? See, so many of us young guys, we struggle with anxiety and depression and feeling like shit. Well, I'll say this. Life right now at the bottom, which is where you're right and which is what I'm trying to climb myself out of, right, is the fact that it is shit. It's not easy. It's hard. You have days where you feel like, whoa, I'm doing all this work, seeing no progress, but that's the game. It's the game where you don't feel good, you're working hard, you make all this effort to try and make something happen, and no results come. That's the game though. Work, no progress. Work, no progress. Work, no progress. Work, progress. And that's the beauty of what it means to be a man, right? Is that this is what it looks like. Right now, boom, 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 boom. This is what happens. You work until, bang, you blow up in whatever it is. Your business starts making this amount of money. Your body is on point. You're starting to get attraction from women. Your life's just set up. You've got a nice car. You're financially free. You're doing what you want to do. You're living your life on your own accordance. But that's what it is. You work for, let's say, 5 years, 10 years, right? And it's a long game. You can shorten this by the harder you work. You can shorten the time duration, but it's always going to take as long as it takes anyway, as long as you put in the effort, and then one day, right, you're going to exponentially see that growth happen in your life. So really understand that if you want to get to where you need to get, if you want to be that man, how you feel doesn't matter. You're scared, you do it anyway. You're tired, you do it anyway. You're sick, you do it anyway. You're frustrated, you do it angry. You're happy, you do it anyway. Always strive for this. Right? This is a very important thing as men, is that you need to strive to be proud. Because you know what? You're not always going to feel happy, but you can always feel proud. You feel crap one day, but you did what you're supposed to do. I promise you're going to go to bed feeling proud. It's the honest truth. Aim for that. You're feeling happy one day and you did what you're supposed to do, you're going to feel proud. You push yourself one day, you're going to feel proud. Understand. Don't worry about how you feel. Go just try to make yourself the best version of yourself by showing up every day regardless of how you feel. Okay? Because that's important, bro. It's very important. At the bottom, it's tough. It's the boys that don't place any emphasis on how they feel. They get up every day. They do what they're supposed to do. Regardless of how they feel, they're the ones that have that life that you want. So just go mimic what they've done, which is what I'm doing. Work, 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 no progress. Work, 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 no progress. Work, 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 work. Boom, progress. So don't place any emphasis on how you feel. Just get up every day, do what you're supposed to do. The last thing, and I don't know how I used to think this as well, right? It was just probably a cope. And it's what so many of us young guys are starting to do now, right? Money is not important. This is stupid. And for a very long time, and I'm going to come in here and admit this, I lived my life this way, right? See, I grew up poor. And I've always had this complete emphasis on, yeah, I need money, right? But then when I was doing the right things to try and get money, or the old way of how I was trying to get money, right? Because, see, for me, growing up in the ghetto with no financial help, being so poor that we had to get charities to give us food, having people give us clothes donations. I wore secondhand clothes my whole life, lived in the ghetto for 20 years. We were poor, bro. I went through some hell growing up. Understand, money was my main goal. But then, you know, the questionable activities I got myself into, and then really focusing all on money and then not getting money, or, you know, working so hard but it just not get me anywhere. Understand that I kind of came to this point of, well, now, you know what? Money is not important. Just being happy is important. I'll say this to you right now. Yeah, whilst money can't buy a certain amount of things, can't get your health back in regards of, like, you know, you got stage 4 cancer or something or whatever. It could get you some good health care though. What's important is what money can get you. Money gets you food. Money gets you a roof over your head. Money gets you freedom. So I want you to understand that money actually is important. Money is important. And I want you to focus your life on trying to become financially set up. See, yeah, like I mentioned, it won't buy the things that money can't buy. But money can give you the fundamentals in what you need to keep surviving, get the best care, have the nice things, set your family up, retire your family. Whatever it is that you need to do costs money. So understand that your main priority should be trying to level yourself up, be a man that's truly about it, and also trying to make money at the same time. Don't try to take this humble approach of money isn't the answer, money's not going to help, only idiots and cocky people and egotistical people chase money and there's no fulfillment in it. Well, get your money right first and then see how you feel. If you're rich, go give all your money away if you don't think it's going to buy you happiness. But right now, it'll take care of almost 99% of your problems, because I know it will for me. And me and you, we aren't very different, bro. So I want you to understand, work-life balance, bullshit. You want to fix your life, you want to sort your life out, be the man that you want to be, one main focus. Don't split your attention up to the dumb things you've been splitting it up to. Don't worry about how you feel. It's nonsense. Not every emotion is relevant. Not what happened 10 years ago. Focus on the present. Get yourself straight, get your life right, do what you're supposed to do regardless of how you feel, and you'll get to where you need to get. Last thing is, money is not important. No, it actually is. It's very important. And focus on making some money to set yourself up, set your family up, and have the things that I know that you want. This is all advice that you've been told is important, right? Or isn't. Work-life balance, that's important. Make sure you structure your life so you get work-life balance. Open up about all your feelings as a guy. Money isn't important. Get out of here. Love you, brother.